Phantoms are some of my favorite Zelda enemies. They're giant, armored warriors that also look really cool. Probably everyone who has played the DS Zelda games knows the fear of being spotted by a phantom, whether you played Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, or both. These guys kind of disappeared after those two games though, and I would really like it if they came back. To explain or remind exactly what a phantom is, they're a little different in each game they showed up in. In Phantom Hourglass, they're the puppets of the game's main antagonist, and they patrol the Temple of the Ocean King to keep intruders out. Getting attacked by a phantom shortens the time you can spend in the dungeon, so it's imperative that you don't get caught. They work similarly in Spirit Tracks, but in this game, they can be taken over by Zelda, who can use them to progress through the Tower of Spirits. There are different phantom types that hold different abilities, but they all share their incredibly tough armor and powerful swords. Now, the question is, why would phantoms come back? Well, frankly, there isn't much of a reason lore-wise or otherwise, besides that it would be really cool. But suspending that one detail, I want to imagine what it would be like if we did see them again. If phantoms were to come back in a new Zelda game, the first one to come to mind is, of course, Breath of the Wild 2. This would require some changes to those enemies, since phantoms were previously in the toon style and in a top-down universe. Thankfully, Breath of the Wild's DLC armor has shown that phantoms wouldn't look too out of place in this world, so all they would need to do is find a way for them to fit in as enemies. I doubt they'd be quite as important as in previous games, where they were pivotal parts of the central dungeons, but if they were to show up in one or two normal dungeons, that would more than satisfy me. As an example, there could be a dungeon very similar to the labyrinths in Breath of the Wild, where you have to wander around in a maze. In certain areas, phantoms could patrol back and forth, similar to the Guardians in Breath of the Wild. In this case though, phantoms would be impossible to kill with normal weapons, only able to be harmed by the Master Sword or some other sacred weapon. Being hit by a phantom would be like getting caught by a wallmaster, sending you back to the start of the room or dungeon. I've always wondered what phantoms would be like in a full 3D Zelda game, and if they ever do show up, I hope they're as scary as their handheld counterparts. On the other side of the fence, they could wait for the next top-down entry to bring phantoms back. I think the way they patrolled areas on restricted paths and chased Link around was pretty well suited to top-down titles, and quite frankly, I wouldn't mind getting a new top-down entry regardless of what monsters are in it. Naturally, they would act like they did in the DS Zeldas, where your main goal is to navigate around them while progressing through a dungeon. Since they've already been seen in that context, I think it would be pretty fitting if they did return in the next top-down Zelda game. So, there's a little video expressing something I've had on my mind for far too long. I really like phantoms, and if they ever come back, you better believe I'll be excited. Is it likely? Probably not, but I'll keep on hoping anyway. I don't usually do short videos like this, but I haven't had enough time to make some proper longer videos lately, so I opted for a video that wouldn't take too long. Don't worry, I'm not giving up on theory videos or anything, I just need to get to a point where I have enough time to work on them. Hopefully that will be soon. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time you're in the Legend Zone.